Okay, this is me and the kids. Hi, Holly. Hi, Holly. Nice. They come to take the laptop. They're going to watch. What you gonna watch? Game?
Yeah. And film kijk.
Film kijken. They're gonna watch film. Okay, hi, Holly.
Sorry.
Okay. Ta-da. Wow. The consciousness is right. Why we came out of the gorilla stomach, because the gorilla drink the water from the ocean, and when the snail is busy, the chemical of the snail and the chemical of the fish in the ocean, there was no other well for them to drink except the water where the fish lives. And because of that water, it gives the consciousness, which is just the wind and the light. They are the one who's looking for something to put on. Mankind have the same mind, every day looking for new fashion industry, changing what they want to become. Look at the fish, what I just said. Why do we look like that out of the boys as a fish? When it goes in the stomach and it starts changing, because when you look outside when it's raining, clearly, when you look outside when it's raining, you see these little cackers in the pan. If you leave the water outside for a couple of days, it become little fish. Now, the gorilla drink from the water, the monkey drink from the water, the rat drink from the water, the fly came from the fruit that is rotten. So the fly is not something that is little. Flies came from dead things that's already in the world. So if the mind of a fly is always building up out of living things, a tree, a fruit that become a tree, to become the fruit, to fall down and rotten, become a fly, it say the fly is not an ordinary fly. That's why it was easy for the fly to transit, to become the rat, that become the monkey, that become, it's just one structure. Because 5 years ago it was a rat, 5 years later become a monkey, 5 years later become a gorilla, 5 years later become human. But in humans, we are not staying 5 years ourselves, except some of those little people. Some people are very little, they're not growing, they stay little. And if you only observe what the consciousness just showed, it's the only reason why the gorilla pop us out. The gorilla need to drink, and the gorilla and the rat and the monkey live next to the ocean. And if you look, they're mostly going to dive in the ocean to catch fish to eat, most of these animals. So they close. You see the same movie I saved where the monkey is trying to catch a bird. Most of these wild animals are always close to the ocean, so it's not difficult why we look like this little fish, why we're changing. But when we change to be this structure, we only baking the bread. The flour was never a flour. The flour came from somewhere, but the flour only become a bread. So we see the flour in the bread, the flour in the bread, but we're not looking where we came from. Now, let me show you something. For the one who's getting pregnant today, you try to set me up, but what you're setting up is not a face. The video is a and the lights that show your eyes. Everything you see, everything you love to eat is entertaining. The winds that fly the light, that live in a fantasy body all over the world. You know Paul McCartney, right? In this paper, they say 2 girls, they are virgin. two virgin guys. Look at that. Virgin. Meaning nobody is fucking them, they just masturbate. But in this cover is someone very important. I don't know if I should show his face. But forgive me, Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney face in the front and in the back is a picture of the snake that is springing from dick to vagina. The commissioner showed this yesterday, last night, and said, take a look in the stomach of the girl. It is a snake wrapping zigzag. The color is bad, but take a look, you can see it. The questioner say when a man is going to make love to a street baby, which is just relationship picture, and it give the dick that go together ordinary body, and then it become the snake that have zigzag, a long form in the stomach, and then copy a baby body, and then it become the cord that connected to the brain. Because when you look at the baby development of us, is a little fish with a tail, but when it become a boy, what's going to have sex and copy a body, it looks like this. The questioner say all human being does not look the same on the inside. The questioner say take a good look, but they celebrate that this is the mark, what we have to eat, where the food is passing. The questioner say it's a different type of mark, because a fish is a fish that decide to become what it is. And when this one is looking like that, it make three boys, it cut a piece of it and then join it in the vagina. And even when you're not having sex, that form of energy is just touching you, and you're thinking you're really feeling a pleasure from some God, because the body is multiplied, and 15 children or 20 children or 5 children there, one woman become 4 daughters, or one woman become 5 daughters. Questioner say when a dick transit, it's not a flesh to flesh, it just become a tool for the planet. Questioner say the snake that live on the floor already transit to get the rat's body, because the rat is on the floor, and transit in a gorilla stomach out of an ordinary skeleton. And now this humans is not the same as most of us that have no time. And then the questioner say take a look at this, the same substance of the stomach. It's the same the snake that got the chance to get duplicate body. There is 6 billion people in the world, but 2 billion is not human being. And that 2 billion that get a problem is now disturbing mankind, because they observe us, we're having fun, we're celebrating. They don't understand why they cannot feel like us, and why they need to smoke pipe or cigar, and that will never be equal for us unless brothers and sisters turn to each other. If even you're gonna give a body to the dead, you have to give a real body with a feeling. Then when they come in, they don't need to form a different type of self. That's what in the head. Questioner say take a good look at it. It look exactly like the snake in the stomach, because it's just an ordinary drop of sperm that decide to become what it is. But in this book, it's showing that the girl cross her leg to masturbate, and the snake in the stomach become the brain that's gonna play with the body, and she cross her leg to masturbate, because the baby boy already left her stomach to become him. The baby boy already come out, all the girl get left, it is just the masturbation. And in this masturbation, it goes up to show goes up to show the inside of the body, which is the skeleton in the back, and then it says the boy, they say it's an ordinary stick that have no form, and anything and any animal can design it what they want. And it's true. When you see humans are dead, right away the consciousness say, look at the structure. It's like a fishnet, and anything can design what they become. But when they have a flesh, you cannot judge them, because you see, oh, everything is just a human face. Consciousness say, you need to check all the videos and see who is posting a happy video and who is creating make-believe video, and who is against the ones that was happy and what they post the next day. If you want to run a system, you need to know what trigger a breaking news and what make a happy video become a sad video. Consciousness say, take a good look. It's just like the fish. It's just a round where anything can settle down. In here, there is nothing called vagina, there is nothing called dick. And then the stomach is also empty. So a snake can form in the stomach and then have a beautiful face, and then change the brain, and then talk to you, smile and laugh to you, and build technology to create money and doing business with you, and copy your voice and then leave it inside your masturbation, give you everything just to feel the pleasure. But sometimes when they get shot, there's nothing wrong with the snake, because the snake was the wind and the light body. It's just one family. But when they left their own territory and they enter our territory, it is difficult when they don't feel pleasure. And now what stay in the stomach is eating food and feeding the brain to make war. You need to differentiate the two, says the consciousness. So whatever the future may bring for mankind, mankind need to pay attention. The body is just a house for the wind and the light that lives in the world. And we don't have mothers and fathers. We just transport one another. Take care. Oh, the consciousness say don't go away without telling you what I have on. Is this just my dress in my hand? This is just my dress. I tie it on. I take the waist, the stomach, and I put it on my head like this. The consciousness say, also I have to tell you that this chain is cost 100 euro. And this is also 100, and this is 20 bucks. It's just bling bling. Because if you think I have something expensive, like, oh wow, she's looking fabulous, and you want to spend your money to make competition, then you're gonna waste the money you need to pay for your car, benzene, you need to eat, because we're going to Foreverland. So I have to tell you what I have on. I should not tell you it's expensive by you going to spend maybe your last money to make competition. Because I want you to know you can still bling bling and don't give up your big money. If you live in a rich family, it's no problem. If you even feed in a demon, so long she profit from it. But remember to fix yourself. You cannot put someone in your car without a benzene. You have to make sure you give them a baby body through brothers and sisters. Then you can get all the riches you want, because they are also victim of yesterday. They're just victim of yesterday. So the consciousness wants you to know, please, you have to, what I have in my head, you have to watch what you're doing. Don't just celebrate 9 months later you have a baby. Your sister is the same white woman that just have a baby yesterday and today. 9 months later the baby don't exist. If you take brothers and sister, just like I open this account, if you take brothers and sister, then you're on your way. The baby will be born 5 September. And that day I will be 9 months old in this account when I post the video. So take care. Life is wind, light and food.